Afternoon, Tutor Kit.
Good afternoon, Tutor Jerry. Kumusta ka?
Kailang maulan sa aming lugar ngayong hapon.
Maulan dyan? Dito naman sobrang init. As in. Nako. So, Tutor Jerry, how was your week so far? How's
It's
your week
been
so
so
far?
good, Tutor Kit. Maraming paperworks pero challenging pero okay din.
Nice.
It's
That's really
for
good.
professional growth.
True. Sa akin naman, no, marami rin akong ginagawa, especially sa pag-QA and mga scripts na ganyan and PowerPoint presentations. But we can do it. And the same goes with all of our learners na nanonood sa atin ngayon. No? So guys, kung marami man
Yes.
kayong ginagawa ngayon, kaya-kaya nyo yan. Ayan. So,
Sama-sama tayo, Tutor
no,
Kit.
sama-sama tayong maging busy. So, Chiro Jerry, siguro, before we begin, no, batiin muna natin yung ating mga masugid na nanonood ngayong araw na to sa ating creative nonfiction. Hello sa pinakauna, no, kay Joseph Conrad
Joseph.
Bulaklak from Pasay City North High School. And also to Neslin Kirod, of course, no, si Neslin na magaling. Enrico Dalupan, JV Saint Pagarigan Domingo, Romnick Piano, Christine Barut, and Warren James Ganaban. Meron pa ba ibang nanonood dyan, Chiro Jerry?
Yeah, Tutor Kit. We also have Crystal Kate Casella, still from SDO Isabela, and Jana, also Maui Aison, Marichu Modesto, and Steph Liwag also, Carl Allen Valdez, at marami pang iba, Tutor Kit.
Nice, marami. Ang daming nanonood sa ating ngayon, Chiro Jerry. Titinan ko sila sa ating live right now. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning in with us always, no? So,
Thank
shout
you.
na naman tayo, Chiro Jerry. Baka may gusto kong i-shout out dyan sa SDO nyo.
Yes, Tutor Kit, short shout out sa aming mahal na SDS, Mama Madeline L. Macaling, and of course sa aming ASDS, Sir Dante Marcelo, and the rest of the SDO officials in Isabela. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Ayan,
Yeah.
Tutor Kit. How about you, Tutor Kit?
Siyempre gusto ko rin mag-shoutout sa aking Cristo Rey High School, senior high school family, and also led by our head teacher, Ma'am Gina Palge, and also our principal, Sir Noel D. Palge. Of course, lahat ng estudyanteng nanonood from SDO Tarlac Province, headed by our SDS, Sir Naldo Poson. Maraming salamat po sa panonood. Ayan, Tutor Jerry.
We are already in our week 4, Tutor Kit. Napakabilis ng
Napakabilis.
panahon.
Yes, napakabilis nga naman. At this today, Tudor Jerry, no, try natin talaga na i-maximize yung ang ating time, no? So last week, we discussed all about creating samples of different literary elements, no? And this time, ano yung ating topic, Tudor Jerry?
Nalito ako sa topic natin, Tutor Kit, sa ginawa kong PowerPoint. It's actually analyzing factual or non-fictional elements. And we'll be starting with our part 1. I think it's about the characters.
Yes. Kasi marami talagang mga elements yung non-fiction, no? And kapag i-discuss natin siya, minsanan lang, hindi natin siya makakayang i-discuss lahat-lahat. So, we sectioned it for you guys into bites, no? Parang alam mo yun, Tudor Jerry, hindi nila kayang kainin yung isang buong cake. So, isa-slice natin siya ng
Yes.
tatlong hati. Okay.
Ayan, I hope na makikinig ang ating mga senior high school learners today, Tutor Kit.
Yes.
And I think marami tayong mga images, original images, from yours to mine.
Yes, that's right. And last time we had a challenge though. We asked you guys to write a short vignette, a little short piece, no, a short piece of nonfiction, using descriptive imagery to describe a certain topic. No? And we have the following individuals as our tuties of the week.
Of the week.
Sino sila, Tutor Jerry?
Same people. Neslin, Kit RG, ito yung mga masipag gumawa ng kanilang performance output. Although Tutor Kit, nagpa-pass yung other students sa aming Facebook page, pero medyo na-relate sila. Itong mga to, they had posted their outputs a day ago, kaya sila yung napili. We also have Christina Grace Corpus and then Christian Lloyd Canapi.
Wow, we have two new people, two new faces today. Si Christina Grace
Yes.
and Christian Lloyd. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, guys. Okay, actually, let's now feature them, no, kung ano yung ginawa nila. So, first one is from Neslin. Let me read just an excerpt from her descriptive imagery piece. So, sabi niya dito, my feet was nailed into the ground, but still shaking like there's an earthquake only on my spot. So it kind of describes her feelings of nervousness. So para siyang nga siyang earthquake, no? Pero sa kanya lang. No? Sa kanya lang siya lang yung nanginginig. Very good, Neslin. Thank you.
Ayan. For Kit RG, ito na lang Tutor Kit. Sabi niya, my ribs will no longer mute the vibration of my grumbling stomach. And I can't breathe. And I can no longer pronounce hunger as if I might were class like the clam in our dinner table. It's all about parang ribs ng baka siguro.
I think parang she describes her hunger kind of like that right now,
Yeah, spare
and her
ribs.
expectation something like that. So that was very good too, Keith Argy.
Yes, it's
Uh,
actually a long text to 30.
yes,
The construction is good.
yes, and this one is from Hazel Mateo, and actually she this is really good. I read this and I loved it a lot. So lumpiang Shanghai naman ito. So what I love about this is this. For afternoon snack, my mother prepared a vegetable lumpiang Shanghai with its flawlessly wrapped paper-like skin in a golden brown tint. It looks very
Nice.
appetizing. No? So kahit actually hindi niya sabihin na it was very appetizing, yung sinabi niya lang na golden brown tint that looks already appetizing. Ayan, good job.
Na namamana na niya yung inyong galing sa paggawa ng vinyl sa 30.
Oh, ang gagaling nila, Chiro Jerry. Ito naman yung ating
Room.
newcomer. Ayan.
Yes, for Christina Grace. Sabi niyan, the room felt stuffy and warm, but in a good way. It had a thick but pleasant stench of musty books and old upholstery, as well as an overall scent of ash and cedar from the fire that was always crackling and spitting quietly low on the stone hearth. That's how she described siguro her room, Tutor Kit.
Okay, actually, medyo hindi ko ano dito kasi sa Pilipinas, guys, wala namang ash and cedar. So maybe si Christina Grace, no?
It's
May
imagination,
imagination to. So kapag imagination lang ito, this is fiction, hindi siya non-fiction,
fiction.
guys.
Yeah.
So remember, or maybe kinuha niyo to somewhere else. No? Ayan. Now, this one is from Christian Lloyd Canapi. And here's an excerpt. No? Sabi niya, I am weak. That's how I feel when I have a dream of becoming an Eagle Scout and then have to give up that dream. But since I remember that dreams are just dreams and they will always be dreams. So, Christian, no, a lot of abstract imagery here. You can actually ground those abstract imagery gamitan mo ng something concrete, yung nahahawakan using the senses. No? Describe mo using the senses yung feeling mo pagiging Eagle Scout. Ayan. Okay, Cheater Jerry. And congratulations again sa ating
Yes, good
mga
job.
teas.
Ito.
So,
Dito
Cheater
tayo
Jerry,
magkakatalo-talo, Tutor Kit.
oo talaga. Cheater Jerry, kailangan talaga nilang ano, no, tawag doon. Kung gusto nila maging cutie of the week, no, they need to exert some effort, no?
Yeah. They need to pause their outputs as early as possible para
Totoo.
hindi siya matabunan doon sa ating hashtag Itsulay Nonfiction Tutor Kit.
Yes. So, time na, Tutor Jerry, for our
Flash review!
review. Okay, Tutor Jerry.
Okay, so you just have to type in LT if the given example is a literary technique, and LE naman if it's a literary element. And then, of course, you're going to type your answers in our comment section. And you know, Tutor Kit, doon pa sa aming, sa atin ngayon sa DepEd, even in the Itulay, we need to parang integrate yung reading sa
Yes.
mga bata because it's the main problem ata ng ating agency, the
Yes.
reading level ng mga estudyante.
And honestly, that's really true, Tutor Jerry, no? If you want to become a good writer, kailangan mo muna maging good reader. No? Kasi wala
Yes.
kang masusulat o wala kang masasabi kapag wala kang laman. Magkakalaman ka lang
Yes.
kapag magbabasa ka. No? So make it a habit, guys. Okay. Let's begin with the first item, Tutor Jerry. This one
Yes.
is
It's the
dialogue.
dialogue.
Ayan.
So illustration lang siya. So is it LT? Is it a literary technique or LE? Literary element.
Yan. LT ba siya or LE? Lorna Tolentino or Lorna Espinosa? Hindi ko alam.
Lorna Espinosa. No,
Okay.
ayan, dumadami ang ating viewers.
Ayan. Hello sa inyong lahat, guys. Ayan. Pinaka-recent, sina Asumi, Marcelo Agustin, Christina Grace Zipagan Corpus, and Nathan Vinasoy. Sabi ni Michelle Alvarez Serrano, LT daw. Literary technique daw siya.
LT.
Mhm. Okay, let's see, no? Yes, the answer is LT.
LT.
Literal technique siya. Ayan. Hi pala kay, kay Eds Abraham, kaklasiko, and also my best friend. Ayan. Sino Jerry, number
Wow.
two.
Medyo nawawala ang aking internet connection, Tutor Kid.
Nako, nako.
Nako. Maulan.
Nako.
For number two, we
Ay,
have imagery.
imagery. Is it a literary element or is it a technique? What do you guys think? Ayan. Okay, sabi na Christine Barut, Rhea Blanca Agabao, and Mayes. Mace? Jacqueline Corpuz, LT daw. Literary technique. Let's see.
Is it LT, Tutor Kid?
Yes,
Yan.
it is,
LT
Sir
nga.
Jerry. LT siya ulit. Ayan. And let's now go to, of course, the last
Number
item,
three,
number three.
setting.
Setting. Is it a literary element or is it a technique? No? Setting ba, Sir Jerry, yung progressive form ng sit, di ba? Sit down. You are setting down.
Setting down naman, Tutor Kid.
Joke lang, Sir Jerry.
Setting down.
Okay. Sabi ni Cristel, Kate, Pasqua, LT daw. Or maybe this was her answer
Number
from number
two.
two. Yes. Ayan.
Yes.
May mga sagot na ba,
LE.
Sir
Pointing
Jerry?
to, yeah. Yes, Tutor Kid, we have answers na LE.
LE.
Majority of them answered LE.
Nice. Sina Michelle, sina Joseph. Let's see. Oh, it's actually LE, no? Tutor Jerry, no? Sorry, nagkamali lang kami dito. Ako actually nagkamali dito.
Sorry.
It's a literary element, guys. So, tama kayo pag ang sabi nyo ay LE. Alright. Thank you, guys. Thanks for participating. And today, Tutor Jerry, punta na tayo sa
Yes,
ating
Tutor Kid.
topic.
Topic.
And
And the
this will
topic
be,
for today, Tutor Kid,
yes? is analyzing samples of non-fictional elements. So this is the first part of three parts of a discussion, guys. Know, and for this part, we will be focusing on characters. No, and these are actually the objectives of our session for today. Tutor Jer, can you read our objectives for today, please?
Yes, tutor kit. So our objectives are you have to understand what makes a good nonfiction character, and then you have to analyze characters in a nonfiction text. So
Yan.
those are the two that you need to master today.
Mm-mm. Kasi 'di ba, True Jer, no, bago mo i-analyze yung isang bagay, alam mo na dapat kung ano yung isang magandang bagay. For example, before we analyze a character in a story, dapat alam mo muna kung what makes a character good in a nonfiction
Yes.
piece. So, let's begin first with characters, understanding our characters in nonfiction. And this is the first thing you need to remember for characters in nonfiction. Sila ay actual people, no? Totoong tao sila. Hindi sila hango sa totoong tao, kundi totoong tao talaga sila, no? Yung ibang tao dito buhay pa, no? Mostly, yung iba patay na, basta totoong tao sila. Basta they should never be made up. Hindi sila yung gawa-gawa lang, no? So you need to be honest and truthful kapag sinasali nyo sila bilang isang character sa inyong non-fiction story. Okay, let's see for example, Tutor Jerry, sino itong mga ito?
Bigla tayong sumikat tutor kit sa national screen.
Yes.
So parang tayo yan, tutor kit.
Oo nga, parang tayo nga. Sino
Anong
itong
may
kasama mo?
similarity. Mahilig sa tubig.
Ayan. Ito ata si wife mo, Tutor Jerry, saka si...
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
The children, tutor kit.
Mm-mm. Ito naman, yung family ko, tapos sa baba naman, yung mga best friends ko, si Ate Sham, saka si Eds, no? So guys, alam nyo, yung mga taong kilala ninyo sa totoong buhay, sila dapat yung maging characters ninyo sa isang non-fiction piece. No? For example, si Peter Jerry, pwede ang character niya is yung asawa niya, pwede kaya yung mga anak niya. At dapat yung story na ikukwento nila is also totoong buhay na nangyari sa kanila.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Real
So,
life.
real life siya. So that they could be your characters, no? People who you know. O, sino naman ito, Chino Jerry?
Mga lead actors, tutor kit. Ewan ko kung anong teleserye.
Eh, ito ako nung pumunta kami ng Gabaldon, Nueva Ecija. Tapos saan to, Chino Jerry, yung picture mo?
Ewan ko, tutor kit, parang nag-video, nagre-recording ng research.
Ayan. So parang Chino Jerry, no? Meron tayong mga memories sa mga pictures na ito, no? Na kung saan tayo yung bida. May mga kwento natin ito
Yes.
na tayo yung bida. So that's also very true with nonfiction. In most cases, you, the author, ikaw yon, is a character, if not the main character. No? So because a lot of your vignettes and a lot of your stories are basically real life experiences that happen to you, ikaw talaga yung bida. No? So you are the main character. Ayan. And the thing about this, guys, is that all of you actually have your story to tell, a nonfiction story to tell. Ayan. So, Tiro Jerry, what makes a good nonfiction character?
Yes. What makes a good nonfiction character? It has to be, meron siyang physical description and depth. Parang si Tutor Nova. Minomonitor tayo ngayon, Tutor Kit.
Talaga? Ala, kinakaba na ako.
Yes. Ayan,
Okay.
no? Hello, Tutor Nova.
Hi, Tiro Nova. So, guys, here's what I call this. Marami actually criteria to kind of measure if a character in a nonfiction is good or not. But for the constraints of time, we will focus only on two: physical description and depth. So let's try to dig deeper into these two criteria. Let's go first with description. Tutor
Physical
Jerry,
description.
ano ba
Yeah.
yung provide ng physical description sa isang character?
Yeah. So for physical description, it provides a general first impression of a character. Remember the highlighted word, first impression, and then reveals the personality of the character to some degree. Personality, yung sumunod na highlighted words. And
Yes.
then grounds characters in reality. So we are always parang connected with the word reality, realia, because it's non-fiction.
Tama, tama. So kapag for example, you're introducing a character in your story, no? If you describe their physical appearance, no, it gives your readers a general first impression. They would actually assume na ganito siya. Ganito siya dahil sa kanyang itsura, dahil sa kanyang kasuotan, something like that. And somehow it kind of reveals a little bit of personality, the personality of your character. So, physical description may involve any of the following aspects of your character. No, so pwede mong i-describe yung kanilang physical feature. No, matangos ba yung ilong niya? Singkit ba yung mata niya? Ano yung kulay ng buhok niya? No, yellow green ba? Ganon. Yan. For example, ano naman yung clothing o accessory niya? For example, suot-suot niya yung blue na ganito ni Churo Jerry. Oh. So you assume ka
Ang
agad na teacher
uniform.
yun. Mhm.
Yes.
Ano yung mga mannerisms niya, no? So, in describing the physical appearance of your character, pay attention to these details. Pwede mo sila i-mix in a creative manner. Sure, Jerry, right now, we will be reading some excerpts of nonfiction pieces that involves physical description. Uh,
Sure, Chukatid.
okay, and you will be the reader. Okay, this is from an excerpt from Walking
Yes.
with Shadows. Okay, so Jerry, go ahead.
There's a lady on a downward slope, a cane in her grip, eyes freeze into place. She wears salmon pants and a lilac jacket and exuberant lipstick. Hello, she says.
Okay. Cheer Jerry, based sa physical description, ano yung ano mo? Ano yung parang na ano mo?
Uh,
Paano mo describe yung
na
tao ito?
yes, yung taong yan maybe parang passionista, Chuterkit.
Mm. Oo, ano, parang passionista siya.
Uh,
Kasi salmon is a very vibrant color. Also,
yes,
lilac is a very vibrant color. Kasi mo exuberant, sobra-sobra yung lipstick niya.
exuberant na yung kanyang lipstick. Medyo parang hindi na kung ano no, Chuterkit.
Oo. Pero tinan mo, Chiro Jerry,
Artistahin ba?
at parang ganun, no? Pero tinan mo, meron siyang hawak ng tungkod, a cane. At yung kanyang
Yes.
mata ay may mga wrinkles na creased into place. Isa
Parang
itong
hindi na niya
matanda.
alam yung kanyang ano to. But then in the very first, sa mga last line, Chuterkit, if the readers will not parang analyze critically, mapapa magbe-base tayo doon sa kanyang jacket and then how he parang physical appearances. But then if you're going to look at the first two lines, parang opposite. So
Totoo.
that has something to do with analyzation.
Yes. And then to Jerry, no, napaka-effective na ginawa niya because these descriptions are actually contradictory. It contradicts no yung kanyang kasuotan. It contradicts her physical appearance. Matanda na siya, pero she wants to be fashionable. She
Yes.
wants to look vibrant, even though she's older. Ayan. Okay, ito naman. Sir Jerry, this is from the reincarnation of
Uh,
the absent father.
Patterns, yes. When I met my father again as a teenager, it came with a shock of recognition and confusion. He looked like me. There was my bumpy nose, red hair, round cheekbones, the yellow flecked blue eyes.
Ayan. So, kung mapapansin mo si Jerry dito, no, na-shock siya no, nung nakita niya yung tatay niya ulit. No? So parang hindi sila parang nakikita ni tatay niya. No?
Yes.
Kasi yung tatay niya ay kamukhang kamukha niya. Bumpy nose, red hair, round cheekbones, the yellow flecked blue eyes. Parang nakikita niyo yung sarili niya sa kanyang tatay. Pero, okay, this one. At Chiro Jerry,
But our likeness wasn't enough to overcome the strangeness of him. He reminded me of a very stoned and deeply strange Paul Bunyan, and he was so tall, a mountain compared to the foothills I'd grown up among.
yun. So, mapapasin niyo guys, no, although na magkamukha sila, no, hindi ito sapat para para hindi ma-feel nung author ito ang
Yes.
strangeness para sa kanya yung tata niya parang stranger pa rin, no. Her dad feels like a stranger even though they look the
The
same.
same.
And then this one, Chiro Jerry, is from my memoir Aunt Ellie.
My original version, si Tutor Kit. Ayan. Maybe you could do the honor na rin, Tutor
Yes,
Kit.
I'll do that. So my Aunt Ellie walked holding a tub of downy soaked laundry with a slight limp favoring her left leg. Arthritis, she said. And then she put the tub down, caught her breath, and wiped her hands on her red floral dusters. She combed her hair speckled with black and gray with her wet, wrinkly hand. So, if you notice, guys, this is just basically me describing Aunt Ellie, yung namatay ko na auntie na nagpalaki sa akin. And when she kind of raised me in my like teenage years, she was very old, no? But still, pinaglalaban niya pa rin ako araw-araw.
Spoiled.
Oo, spoiled ako parang ganun. And so, I wanted to capture this thing that even though na may arthritis siya, no, even though na nahihirapan siya huminga minsan, no, despite her old age, she still wants to serve me. And you can actually tell that story even just by describing the physical appearance of your characters.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Definitely right, Tutor Kit.
Mhm.
Parang, ano to, memory of the
Oo.
past na something valuable, worthy.
Mm-mm. And that's what makes good nonfiction, Chiro Jerry, kapag
Yes.
yung memory ay napakahalaga para sa
Totoo.
iyo.
Yeah. Tsaka totoo, Tutor Kit.
So, yan. Now, punta tayo sa pangalawang
Depth.
criterion natin, which is depth.
Depth.
Ano po depth, Chiro Jerry?
It refers to the complexity, relatability, and believability of the characters in nonfiction.
Ayan. So, Chiro Jerry, parang na-discuss na natin ito noon,
Yeah, last time
fiction.
to the tip. Sa creative writing.
Mm-mm. Yung flat and round characters.
Yes.
Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng flat sa round characters, Chiro Jerry?
When we say flat, it's two-dimensional characters that do not change in the story from the beginning up to the end. And then the round, layered and complex characters that undergo changes in the story. So
Ayan.
mapapansin niyo lang, it's ano to, dalawang words lang ang basis. Yung isa nag-undergo ng change, yung isa naman hindi. Yan.
Tama. Ayan. And Chiro Jerry, no, in nonfiction, we would like to see round characters. Characters na may depth. Pag sinabong depth, may lalim. No, may
Yeah.
layers sila. Uh, para talaga silang tao. No? Flat characters only exist in fiction. No, kasi they're just there for parang for accessory. But your main characters in your nonfiction should always be round characters. Dapat ma-feel namin kung yung kanilang pagkatao, parang ganun, and how layered they are. No? Salamat, Joseph, kung bulaklak, tama, no? Depth
Yeah.
is supposed to be like the roundness of the character. And how do we reveal depth, Tutor Jerry?
Yan. So we are revealing, we could reveal depth in the way characters deal with conflict in the story.
Ayan.
Siyempre, lahat naman tayo, Tutor Kit, even in our own experiences, pag nagkakaroon tayo ng conflict, problem na lang sa madaling salita,
Mm-mm.
we undergo changes na nagiging mas matatag tayo and of course, nare-renew yung ating mga lapses, yung mga lags, and
Mm-mm.
then we became better.
Totoo, Tutor Jerry. And if you ano no, Churo Jerry, ang totoong ugali ng isang tao nare-reveal kapag may problema siya or kapag
Yes.
oo, ganun no, kapag nagpa-panic siya, something like that. Sabi ni Joseph Cora Bulaklak, depth is often revealed in the way characters deal with conflict. Tama. Okay. So, parang ganito siya, no? Let's picture out. So for example, we have these characters, no, yung mga characters natin in real life. So we need and with all of their with their personality, with their wants, yung mga gusto nila, with their needs, yung mga kailangan pa nila matutunan, beliefs and
Yes.
strengths and even weaknesses, no? This will be revealed if they meet a conflict
Yeah.
on how they react to it, how they act despite the conflict. Dito din malalaman, no, yung gaano kalalim yung characters natin.
Especially yung belief, Tutor Kit.
Mm-mm. Oo. Uh, Sure, Jerry, let's read this excerpt from Partido by Hiram Perez. This is let's try kung gaano ito kalalim. Ito isa kasi itong character na kung saan he was confronted by a conflict with his dad. Ayan. Sige, Sure, Jerry, let's read
Yes, Tutor
together.
Kit. I am 8 years old and lost in my daydreams outside Kmart. Suddenly, I become aware of my father's gaze. I meet his eyes and find myself immobilized by the disgust in his cold.
Oh, yan, tama. Scal, no? So, yung tata niya, tinitingnan siya ng masama, no? At it's not just a bad look. It was a look of disgust. Nandidiri yung tata niya sa kanya, yung pagtingin ng tata niya sa kanyang didiri. And why? So, let me read this. He speaks calmly, matter-of-factly. Papo, if I ever find out you are a maricon, I will kill you and then kill myself. Maricon, guys, by the way, is a Spanish word for gay. No,
Okay, yes.
and sabi niya, this is a threat, no, a warning. I will kill you and then kill myself if I ever find out. Yeah. Tutor
Bakit
Jerry,
kaya, Tutor Kit?
oh, go ahead, Tutor Jerry. Can you read
Yeah.
us? Can you read for us,
I
please?
don't know what Maricon means, though I hear it hurled at me enough times by other boys, along with Pato. I think it has something to do with my skin being lighter than my father's. Ayan. Iba yung kanyang inference.
Ayan. So we have this conflict, Tutor Jerry, no, na kung saan uh, the giver of the conflict is the father, no, questioning his son's identity and this threat, no, and ngayon we are yung son, he reveals himself to us because of this conflict. Ibig
Yes.
sabihin, yung mga kalaro niya, tinatawag na siyang maricon or pato, parang duck, you know. And Tutor Jerry, let's keep reading.
I think it has something to do with how I cry too easily. I think it has something to do with how all my friends are girls and I have no interest in playing baseball. Yeah.
Ayan.
Merong mga
Ayan.
revelation na kung bakit.
That's true. And these revelations, guys, these were actually like triggered by the confrontation from the author's father. Dito niya napag-isip na, baka nga maricon ako, sabi niya. Because I cry easily? Is it because I cry easily? Is it because all my friends are girls at hindi ako naglalaro ng
Nilalaro ng
baseball?
baseball. Yeah.
Mhm. Very, no? And then,
Softball
there's
yung kanyang nilalaro.
oh,
I do know being American is the worst betrayal imaginable. But what is it that betrays me? A hand gesture, I wonder, or the way I carry myself.
yan. So, para ito sa kanilang culture, being a maricon is the worst betrayal. Yung parang taksil, pinagtaksilan ka o nagtraidor ka. And then, and the last one, he said, do I daydream too much for a boy? It is something in my eyes, perhaps. Do they betray how much I am afraid all the time? So look at this, guys, and a key thing here. It reveals the author's emotional state at that moment. He is afraid all the time. He is afraid all the time, and this is like the main point na gusto niyang i-hit. And this provides depth sa ating ano no sa ating character, uh, how he reacted, how he responded to this conflict that is of his father questioning his sexuality. No, so we are given a glimpse of what the boy is feeling, and this is really good nonfiction.
Yes. Makaka-relate din yung iba to the kid
Mm-mm.
with that simple na non-fiction text.
Totoo. Sure, Jerry?
Depth. A character with depth feels human. Someone we can empathize with and care about. Parang yung story lang kanina.
Mm-mm.
Uh, we could empathize with the character because of how he deal with the circumstance na pinagdadaanan, yung conflict na pinagdadaanan niya.
Yes. Yes. That's true, Tutor Jerry. And these are the best characters, by the way. These are characters that have depth and are what do you call this? They're easy to empathize with. Nakaka-relate tayo sa kanila, no? So, yun. So, physical description yung kanilang panlabas and depth is yung kanilang panloob. Ayan.
Yes.
So, how do we analyze these characters using physical description and depth? No. So, Chiro Jerry, meron tayong ilang mga questions dito no, na pwede niyong pag-isipan in your analysis. So, what are these questions, Chiro Jerry?
In the first one, what details did the author use in describing the characters physically? Uh, Pwede siyang physical features, clothing, mannerism, and then was the description effective in revealing the character's personality? And then the last one was the character believable. Totoo ba? Totoo kaya siya?
Mm-mm.
Kung kayo yung nagbabasa, mapapaniwala kaya kayo with with the personality of the character.
Totoo. Ayan. At ito yung sample natin, Chiro Jerry, no? Ay, sorry, sa depth naman pala, Chiro Jerry.
Jet, were the character's actions and reactions against the conflict believable, just like the example a while ago? And then did the character reveal roundness, his strength and weaknesses? And then did you empathize with the character just like yung tanong kanina sa ating after nung text natin? And if that is the case, of course, Shooter Kit, we are referring with depth,
Yes. Ayan. Kung gaano kalalim yung ating
kalalim.
characters. Ayan. So, we have depth and physical description. And this is now a sample of an analysis. Analysis, guys, no. Uh, so, let's try and analyze this story, no, using physical description and depth. So, let's read this, Tutor Jerry. May time pa ba tayo? 3 minutes na lang.
3 minutes, Shooter Kit. Kaya
Okay.
pa.
Kaya pa yan. Okay. Tutor Jerry, go ahead.
Yes. One time, I was sitting in a class, waiting for the teacher to come, when the boy behind me nudged my back and pointed out someone in front.
I looked and saw a girl on the most yellowed uniform, probably a hand me down, walking into the classroom. Her hair was in tangles and split ends held by a ponytail. You just noticed that those physical descriptions? Cheater Jerry?
She looked rather small and frail, her bony hands tugging at her sleeves. Ano sa bonyo? At swete? The boy yelled and cackled. I closed my eyes. The room erupted in laughter.
The girl's eyes looked broken, her face red. The boy behind me stared at me, pressing me to do something. I swallowed, sniffed my sleeves, and forced a laugh. Ha ha, ha ha, I choked.
The girl ran out the door. I never saw her again, but I still remembered her broken face, her ponytail, and her yellowed uniform.
Yun. So, based on that story, guys, no. So, if we analyze that story based on physical description, for example, we can have something like this. Basahin ko na lang. This is an analysis of the girl's physical description. The author hinted at the girl's poverty with details like yellowed uniform and hair in tangles and split ends. Her insecurity and lack of self confidence was shown by her bony hands tugging at her sleeves. She is also portrayed as innocent and reserved. So sa kanyang damit lang, sa kanyang itsura, no, we can assume na mahirap lang itong batang ito. Ayan. And now, what about depth? Tutor Jerry, can you read
Yes,
an
to the bit.
analysis about depth?
The author seems like a good person. However, because of peer pressure, he forced a laugh and choked. This shows his quickness to do the right thing against peer pressure. This is a believable and human response to pressure.
Ayan.
This is actually true sa mga senior high school students.
Mm. Na kung minsan 'no, kahit ayaw mong sumali sa mga ginagawa nilang masama, pero dahil nape-pressure ka, kahit labag sa kalooban mo, sumali ka na lang para hindi ka madamay. And that is actually a show of weakness, you know. But it also reveals depth in the characters. Okay, so Chiro Jerry, punta na tayo
For
agad sa
40, yes, to
challenge.
50.
Ayan, pambihira. Chiro Jerry,
Yes, so for the challenge of the week next week, you're going to write a short vignette describing a memorable encounter with a person from your childhood. Your theme could be bully, a best friend, crush, classmate, cousin, etc. Use detailed physical description and give your character depth. That's just like the examples a while ago by Chuto Kit. And then you're going to post your vignette using the hashtag Ituloy Nonfiction.
ayan.
Ayun, madali
Ayan.
tayo, Chuto Kit.
And sa huli, syempre guys, hindi namin kayo iwan ng walang thought for the day.
Yes,
Excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do
do
better.
better.
And that's the essence, guys, no? Kahit mahirap minsan, no? It's never giving up. It's still getting back up despite your problems and uh, pursuing something better than what you are right now. That is excellence, striving to do better always. And with that note, Jerry,
Yes, Chuto Kit, thank you for tuning with us for the whole period. And see you again next Tuesday. See you, Sir Junjun Ramos. Salamat.
salamat.